Hello, thank you so much for watching. Welcome to Doing Time with Abe Auer. I am Abe Auer. I'm the only one in this room, so it'd be weird if someone else was Abe Auer, but thanks for watching. We're going to do some time here. I don't got a whole lot to go over, but I am so glad that you are watching this. I'm on the verge of announcing something big, but I can't do it yet. But upcoming comedy shows, we got the next one really next 2 weeks from today. Yep, 2 weeks from today, Sturgeon Bay at the Rogue Theater. Jose Montero and Tyler Fowler. Love going to Door County. Done a lot of shows in Door County. Fun, good crowds. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be 2 weeks from today, and then we'll see. May. I don't think there's anything else really in May. Well, guest spot. I'm not gonna advertise that. Then June, but stuff will fill in. That's just the way it goes when you're a guy like me. It just kind of shows up. People say, "Hey, can you do this?" You're like, "Yeah, okay." And actually, this weekend there were some shows that I wanted. That's why I was had this weekend free, but I didn't get any of those. But they were out of state, so that's just fine. Last Saturday, I will say this: I was at the Bend Theater in West Bend with the aforementioned Tyler Fowler and Karen Morgan. She is from Georgia or Maine or both. Somehow both. Very funny. Oh, she's a Georgia Bulldog. I do remember her saying that. Very nice lady. Very funny. So I hosted that. The Bend Theater holds, I don't know how many, over 300, I think. So that was cool. Judd does a great job of organizing these. Judd Rumminger. Does a great job booking these, organizing them. He goes out there, gets everyone ready. I went out there and hosted. Then Tyler featured, and then Karen headlined, and it's great. It was a beautiful day. I drove back. Did not get too tired, so that was good. That was the only show I don't think I haven't talked about on here. So that was good. Oh yeah, because last I just talked about the Green Bay show that went good. And the only thing about that Green Bay show last Friday, it went so good. I was bummed because I did not have audio or video recording of it. I did not set up a camera because it's a smaller bar, and usually I do the audio recording. And this time I only hit the clock, and I don't know where my head was because I'm very good at remembering that, and I did not, which is too bad because I had so much fun, and that's one I'd like to listen back to. But I don't have it, so there's just memories in there of how great and wonderful it was. So that was fun. And yeah, Bend Theater, I thought went good. Hosting, you go out there to essentially a cold audience, and I think, it's great to get a lot of laughs. And I got laughs. All my jokes got laughs. I think it just takes a little bit, it's weird because you could tell one joke as a host, and let's say you do the same set almost half hour later in the show, and you can't get a much better response sometimes just because of where you are in the lineup or the crowd is now in this like joke mindset. So just something to be aware of, I guess. So that was a lot of fun. Very glad to have done that show. Third time at the Bend Theater, so that's very cool. I'm very happy about that. Then that show coming up. So let's see. What I want to talk about here. Oh, and yesterday I was on the radio, The Score 95.3 on Appleton with my buddy PJ. We've known each other since elementary school. And so he was on Y100. He was PJ on Y100. Now he's PJ on The Score, and he's got a show 11 to 12 weekdays called The Bullpen, and he asked me to fill in. So that was fun. Sports talk. We just talked. So that was cool, and I'm going to be on there again in a couple weeks. So I enjoyed that. And one thing we talked about was the Kentucky Derby. Went through horse names. What you thought what horse names would be lame. He had a good idea. He said Lumpy would be a lame name for a horse. I agree. A cool name, I think, could be like a Drone Strike or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't do it right now, but like in the future or in the past, that would have been a cool name. The Kentucky Derby to me is exciting. I'm not a big horse guy or anything, but like every year when they're talking about it, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. And when it's almost time to start, I'm like, I gotta watch this. I like watching the Kentucky Derby the same reason I like watching NASCAR, for the wrecks. But no. Yeah, and there was a one incident there. This horse flipped over before it even got to the starting gate. It reared up, flipped over. The horse was out. Entered the concussion protocol. I would have loved for them to like put a like pull up the blue tent out on there. Someone takes the horse's helmet, but so he's a scratch. Great white, great white and Puma didn't even make it to the starting line. So bummer for them. Imagine if you paid millions of dollars for this horse and then he flips over backwards before it even starts. Scratch. Dang. That's gotta really suck. So I watched Kentucky Derby. It's exciting. It's always in that first weekend in May. It's nice. Weather starts to get warm. So, what I want to talk about this fundraiser that I talked about last week is coming together. New London is now for the most. I don't know. There's some parts of town I have not been to. Most of them that I've seen, the water has gone back into the river, but there may be some spots. I don't know 100% if it is all the way in. And now the flooding is moving downriver. I mean, Nina Menasha, Oshkosh, I think is going to get high water. So, speaking of Menasha, I just had this real pop off. I put it up months ago. I spent all this time doing this joke about a city close to here called Menasha, and it's the butt of a lot of jokes. People call it Matrasha. I'm not saying that like I think it's trash. That's harsh, but that's one of the jokes I like to say. Methnasha. It's just funny, but I did this joke, and it's a traveling joke. I've done it. I made the school the butt of that joke other ways. Like I say, I drove by the youth correctional facility. Then depending on where I am, I'll just name a local high school that has a bad reputation. This case in Appleton, I like to say Menasha High School. Well, I think because I had another reel go big in this area, that Menasha one caught fire. I mean, it was like last Monday, it was at 20,000 views. Now, throughout the week, just boom, boom, boom. I had like 50,000 views in one day. People were sending it to me like, hey, this popped up my feed. And I was like I don't know, well over 100,000. I got a ton of followers on Facebook from it. Facebook, I don't know, man, it just is like, you get a lot of views on there. And it's monetized, so I think I made like $5. So that's fun. I just don't even get too mad about it. But, that's how the internet is. Most people said, haha, it's very funny. A couple people did not enjoy that joke. So, fundraiser. This is going to be awesome. So last week, I put out SOS or whatever, and the response was powerful. I wish I could say what we have planned, and I will hopefully be able to say soon. I don't want to say anything quite yet because I gotta make sure that I got everything set up the right way. So, because I've been on a lot of shows, but I haven't organized a whole lot of shows. So I just got to make sure I'm doing everything right. When I can say what this is going to entail, it'll be a huge relief. But I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's going to be music and comedy. A lot of New London connections in this event. And it's going to be great. The New London High School seats 600 people. A lot of work so far, but I've been able to, I feel about ready to launch this, and it's going to be great. My hope is to raise as much money as possible for the people and businesses in this area who suffered loss from the flooding. That is the goal. And I'm looking forward to this so much. Sunday, July 12th. Of course, everything could change if need be. I hope not. But nailing down a date I wanted it to be far enough out where it'll be plenty of time for promotion. This is going to be a ticketed event. So I got a Eventbrite thing set up. You're going to be able to click it and ticket. And so that's exciting. And I hope I set it up right. And I think I did. But I'm going to have someone else look it over with me too. And so when I can say I'm going to, it's going to be so cool. I'm so excited. And people were great. When I put that video out last weekend, just the reel of like, hey, I need help. People shared it. People commented. People tagged other comics in there. And that was awesome. I really felt, I felt like, yeah, this is going to get off the ground. And so I'm stoked. I'm so pumped. Um, I'm hoping. I got the promos like pretty much all made up. I got flyers, things made. Canva has been a huge help, and I'm ready to let the news out. I just got to make sure that I got it all done the right way so far. So Sunday, July 12th, I think 6 p.m., New London High School Auditorium. A goal of mine would be to sell this event out, because that would maximize funds. And I'm going to see what else we can do there. See what else, if we can do a 50-50, I don't know. If we can, some people like to contact about doing some artwork, maybe some things that we could sell there. But the whole goal is going to be to raise money. And so hopefully people who were affected, who need a little pick-me-up, will be able to make it to the event. We'll have the time. And maybe, I don't know. I'm still thinking of ideas. Maybe find sponsorships for tickets for people who suffered a lot. I don't know what. I don't know. I think there's a lot of options. There's a lot of kind people in town, and so I'm gonna go from there. But I'm also counting on, I think, a lot of interest from the surrounding area too, not just New London. Hoping the Valley. So. Man, man, I just burn myself out from talking and get so excited about the possibility of this. And so that's just something I've always been kind of like an idea guy. Like I'll just get these ideas and then I'll fixate on it until it comes to fruition, until I can just, there's been so many things over the years. So that's just how my brain works. And then when I get this idea, I put a lot of work into it so far. And so I'm excited. I love New London. I love New London. There's so many great things about it. So looking forward to that. That's pretty much all I really want to talk about, was that stuff coming up. The Kentucky Derby, how much fun that was for 5 minutes. No shows next week. No shows for a couple weeks. So thanks, Roy. I just wanted to give an update on that fundraiser. It looks like it's coming together. I have had some people reach out to volunteer to help already. So the lineup is pretty much set. So as far as talent-wise, I think we're set. But I will need volunteers for the event itself. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a good week. Bye.